Hey everyone, it's Linnea. I'm back with a fun video for ThermOWeb, and today I'm going to be using the Deco Foil Transfer Gel Blanco with some Deco Foil Flock transfer sheets. I'm using Flock and I'm pairing that with a Halloween theme and some little winged critters that are just, I love them. I think they're fabulous. So I'm going to start here. I have a stencil. This is by Pretty Pink Posh, and it's the Spiderweb stencil. I'm spraying the back of it just a little bit with Pixie spray. You don't need a lot of Pixie spray. It's a repositionable adhesive. Just a light application goes a long way. And then I'm going to let that sit and dry for a little while until it's just slightly tacky. You don't want it to be wet. And I'm going to position that over a piece of green cardstock. I chose a Halloween-y green, so it's like a lime green and it's a brighter green than just a grass green. And I'm going to spread some Deco Foil Transfer Gel Blanco over the top of this stencil. I'm using a palette knife just to get it out of the jar, but then I'm going to go in with my stencil pal because you can see this is just as wide as my card front, so I can easily get all of this transfer gel applied evenly over my card front, and I can just give this a nice scrape and even out all of that gel. I'm going to peel back the stencil slowly, and you'll see all that fine detail there, and that's because of the Pixie spray. So while that dries, it's going to take an hour or two, so I'm just going to color my images while I wait for that to dry. I have these insect stamps, and I loved these little 3 fellow beetle stamp set. I'm going to color up just 2 of the smaller little beetles, and I'm going to color them to be the same color as my cardstock background. I love to have a bright green with my Halloween cards. I think that it's a spooky and kind of a little bit of maybe non-traditional as opposed to a purple and orange. I like to throw in the lime green. So I'm using YG21 and YG03. I don't know if these colors truly mix and match, but because I'm just coloring a small area, they seem to blend just fine for me, and I loved that kind of lime green color that I was able to get. The marker I'm coloring with now is G14, and I'm just going in and adding some darker limey green colored highlights. I'm not doing any blending with that marker, just in the center of their bodies, giving that kind of pop of an even brighter green. And then I'll cut them out with my scissors. So after a couple of hours, I turned on my laminator. I have it set to the 5 mil setting, and I let it heat up about 15 minutes after that ready light came on. I have a piece of Deco Foil Flock transfer sheets. This is the black velvet color, and I'm placing my Blanco gelled background. The gel side wants to make contact with the flock. So just remember that for flock transfer sheets, you want your medium to touch that fuzzy side of the flock. I ran that through my laminator, and look at that. All those fine, detailed, crisp lines of the spiderweb stencil are still there, and you can see that that flock gives just a little bit of raised dimension and some texture to the background. Now all I have to do is just assemble my card. I have a few of my favorite adhesives. I'm using the ThermOWeb Tape Runner XL. I trimmed down that flock background just a little bit. You can definitely trim the flock pieces. I use a guillotine trimmer. I find that that works a little bit better than one of those sliding blades trimmers, but either one will work just fine. And then I have some iCraft 3D foam squares. These foam squares are perfect because they give a lot of lift and dimension. And because I'm adhering them onto the flock, and that's very textured, I added just a few drops of iCraft Ultra Bond liquid adhesive to make sure that it sticks. I have a sentiment that I stamped. This is from a Pink and Main stamp set, the Fall Sentiment stamp set. I added that to the center, and then I popped up those little beetles on either side of the sentiment. And that's going to finish this fun ThermOWeb Deco Foil Flock card using some Halloween inspiration with these cute little winged beetles. Thank you guys for watching. See you soon. Bye.